Let's see your best then, eh?
Best AAA games coming out to PlayStation 5 in 2025 in the next years. Just the best of the best. Hope you like it. Click on the like button, subscribe for more, and let's go.
Play is a game of strength.
Forza Horizon 5, one of the best racing games of the last years, is finally coming out to PlayStation. This is a Microsoft series, so it's always been an Xbox consoles exclusive since the first game on Xbox 360 to this day. But now, Xbox teams finally decided to release the game on PlayStation 5 too. The game was originally released in 2021 to Xbox One, Series XS, and Windows, but it'll also be available on PlayStation 5 on April 29, 2025. It's really close now, so you fan the series, but that just plays on PlayStation, you'll be able to play it too. Doom: The Dark Ages is the next adventure of this beloved FPS series. The game is being developed by the studio ID Software and is coming out on May 13, 2025 to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Windows. The game will be a prequel, set before of Doom 2016, but here Doomslayer will be as brutal as never before, with new melee weapons and firearms. The enemies looks really good, and the players will also have the possibility to control a flying dragon and a huge mecha robot. What looks extremely brutal, so if you like the last games of the series, this is a great game for you.
Their hate. We're just planted in your brain like weeds in a garden. What would you do to free yourself? We both know the answer to that question. Nothing. You are...
Judas is a new story-driven first-person shooter by the legendary creator of BioShock series. The game is being developed by the studio Ghost Story Games, and it's confirmed to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows. It was supposed to be released in March of 2025, but it was postponed, and now there's no official date yet, but shall be released still in 2025. The game will follow the same idea of BioShock, a game with a fun gameplay, good combat, but the biggest feature of the game are the universe and story that in BioShock was pretty insane, and here's going to be set in a similar style. So you fan of BioShock, this one gotta be in your list.
In a pot, boiling so slowly. You don't even know what's happening. But I'm here to set you free. Whether you like it or not.
Onimusha Way of the Sword is the returning of an old and classic series. The game is being developed by Capcom and is coming out to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and Microsoft Windows. The release date is confirmed to 2026, but we still don't know when exactly in 2026. The game will be set in the same style of the original games, a game with a hack-in/combat style, but some RPG and puzzle mechanics, set in a dark and magical world, mixing reality with fantasy. What was always really fun to the series, so I'm looking forward to the new one.
Best then, eh? Swordplay is a game of strength. And you can bring as many friends as you want. So wild.
We are beyond the edge of Japan. People come north. Still think you're the hunter?
Ghost of Yotei is the next game of the studio Sucker Punch Productions, the studio responsible for Ghost of Tsushima. And the new game is going to be the sequel, set over 300 years after the first game, and obviously, all the characters will be different, so I'm curious to see the game. It's coming out in some moment of 2025, with no release date yet, but this year, and will be a PlayStation 5 exclusive, but in some moment will be released on Windows too, I'm sure. The first game was an extremely fun action-adventure game, with some RPG mechanics, and this one will be set in the same style.
Welcome to Drawbridge, Sam, and to the GHV Magellan, our mobile base of operations.
Death Stranding 2 is the sequel of the acclaimed original game. Again, it's being developed by Kojima Productions, and it's coming out in June 26, 2025, to PlayStation 5. In the future, it's probably coming out to Windows and maybe Xbox. Death Stranding is a unique and original game. The gameplay mixes walking simulator with building features, combat, and an insane story and storytelling. And the sequel will continue the story of Sam, the protagonist of the game. And now the players will continue to explore and connect the people, but also see the aftermath of the first
One another. We want you to help us bring the world together.
Sam, would you mind if I joined you?
Humor him. His knowledge and experience will probably come in handy down the road.
Yes.
The plan, Sam. The UCA isn't looking to expand its borders. Just like with Mexico, they want to bring new regions into the network. Anyway, the GHV Magellan's here to back you up. As always, you'll be the one leading the way to expand the network.
Crimson Desert is an insane, upcoming open-world RPG. The game is being developed by the studio Pearl Abyss, and it's coming out still in 2025, but with no specific date yet, but it's coming out to Xbox Series X and Series S, PlayStation 5, and PC. This is one of those games that are even hard to believe that they're really good as they look. The graphics are insane. The world seems huge and massive, and is a game with a lot of features like glide, parkour, a nice combat style, dragon ride, and much more. And if it's as good as it looks, it'll be one of the best games of this year.
Every good story is true in one way or another. Dr. Jones. So what I'd like to do is put the guns down.
Go ahead.
So what brings you to the Vatican, Indy?
I'm looking for someone.
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is a game that was already released, but on Xbox Series X and Series S and Windows, but it was also confirmed to PlayStation 5, and it's coming out in April 17, 2025. The game was developed by the studio Machine Games, and is an insane stealth FPS set in the universe of Indiana Jones. In the game, you can explore different locations, all of them with a lot of things to do and explore. The combat of the game is simple. It's not an FPS game like Call of Duty, but a stealth game that you can also use firearms, but they're not so simple to use, but I highly recommend you the game.
He stole something from me, and I mean to find out why.
Right now, I'm looking into the disappearance of my sister. And I believe
They think it's a conduit of some kind of power, correct?
Boss certainly does. He believes it'll secure his place in history. It's a trigger.
I pray for their grace, but all that came were inferior shades. Why do we have to bear the consequences of such power?
Time. War.
Ballad of Antara is an upcoming action RPG. The game is set in a sort of open world, with a fast and fluid combat style. Through the game, the player will be able to play with multiple characters, even changing the one you're playing in real time, but just if they are with you in the battle. The game is being developed by the studio Tipsworks Studio, and is coming out in some moment of 2025 to PlayStation 5 and Windows. The game features an interesting feature, a sort of change of dimension, kind of similar to the last Lords of the Fallen, and it looks really good here. And the boss fights looks really sick. So I'm really curious about this one.
Wayward emissaries, grant us the... We did not betray this world.
This desolate land needs a sprinkle of madness.
Remember, no matter what happens, we did not betray this.
Marvel's Wolverine is the new game by the studio of Spider-Man PS4 and Ratchet & Clank. The studio is Insomniac Games, a very good studio. The game is being developed for a long time already. But unfortunately, we just have a single trailer so far here. We can see that the graphics are insane, but I really hope the game is as brutal as a Wolverine game needs to be. It'll be set in the same universe of Spider-Man games, and we still don't know when it's really coming out. Maybe 2025, 2026, to PlayStation 5 only.
Searching house to house.
If they arrest you two, they will take you to their headquarters, and you will not return.
I
my count, that makes 2 super soldiers.
Counting you.
And that's 2 too many.
Marvel 1943. Rise of Hydra is a new superhero game coming out. It's being developed by the studio Skydance Interactive and is aimed to be released in some moment of 2025 to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows. So far, we didn't see much about the game, just a first trailer. That's an excellent trailer, by the way. In the game, we'll play as 4 different characters, American Captain and Black Panther, some of the greatest Marvel superheroes in the last years. Beyond that, we'll also play as 2 normal soldiers, so I'm really curious to see how the gameplay of each one of them are going to be.
There's some obstacles.
That won't be a problem.
Our cat friend is definitely here too. By the look of things, he's not very far ahead.
The American.
So what do you want?
Answers.
That's far enough! Stay out of my way!
Stand aside!
I do not take...
It always comes back to this. This choice.
Saros is the next game of the studio that developed Returnal, a fun roguelike game released on PlayStation 5. The studio is Housemarque Studios, and as it's a PlayStation studio, it's coming out only on PlayStation 5, at least in the start, and is aimed to be released in 2026. We've just seen one trailer so far, but here we see that the graphics are really good, something Sony's game usually got. And again, the game will be set in a roguelike style, and we'll probably see bullet hell features. That's those games with a lot of things and shots for the player to avoid. What is fun for me?
Every time the sun dies, madness reigns, and everything begins again. Ways come back stronger. I know that you are here.
Battlefield 6 is finally a new version of this classic series. So far, we don't have much information about it, but it shall be released still in 2025 or 2026.
Several years ago, the Dark Dragon, youngest of the divine dragon gods, wreaked havoc across the world. The plot was ultimately thwarted through the efforts of a soul. Dragon's husk remained, and from this husk fell an endless downpour of cursed rain. The abandoned Tokyo continues its struggle against chaos to this day.
Infiltrated the facility.
Ninja Gaiden 4 is the returning of the classic hack-and-slash series. After a long time without a new game, a new one is finally announced. It's being developed by the studio's Platinum Games, Team Ninja, and Koei Tecmo Games, and is planned to be released still in 2025 to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and Series S, and Microsoft Windows. Ninja Gaiden is a legendary hack-and-slash series. The game mixes a little of exploration in an insane combat style with different weapons and characters. The new game will be set in the same style, but with new characters and with new generation graphics.
This is it. Ryu Hayabusa.
It ends here. So you've come.
Tell me something good.
Intergalatic: The Heretic Prophet is the new game developed by the studio that created insane series like The Last of Us, Crash Bandicoot, Jak and Daxter, Uncharted, and more. The studio is Naughty Dog and is coming out probably in 2026 to PlayStation 5. So far we didn't see much about the game. What we know is that the game is being developed since 2020 and the graphics looks really good, what's usual of Naughty Dog. The game will be set in a futuristic and fanciful world. The gameplay wasn't announced yet, but in the trailer we see what could resemble a part of it, a sort of hack and slash or Souls-like style. What looks fun.
There, you're the boss.
Thank you.
Listen, kid.
Seekers of redemption. You were chosen, thrown together by forces beyond our control.
Elden Ring Nightreign is a new game set in a version of the world of Elden Ring. The game is being developed by From Software and is coming out on May 30th, 2025 to PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and Series S, and Windows. The game will be set in a roguelike style. You choose a class in the start and must survive in the map as you advance and fight enemies and bosses, getting better items and weapons. If you die, you restart all, and as you proceed, the map will start closing, similar to a battle royale game, and the focus here will be co-op. So if you like this style, this one looks good.
Little pillager, bent on stacking the lands of gold. I will swat away any and all who dare approach.
The life of the Night Lord.
Ensure the safety of Sokolov and bring him back to the west. Your codename for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. The clock is ticking. This will be a sneak. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's specialty. In other words, weapons and equipment to procure on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Metal Gear Solid Delta is the remake of one of the most beloved games of the master Kojima, Metal Gear 3, and it's being developed by Konami. Just hope they do a great job here. It's coming out to Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and Windows in August 26th, 2025. Metal Gear is a stealth game, set in an extremely unique universe. The things are not what they seem, and the plot of the game is absolutely incredible, especially to its time. The remake will seemingly respect the original game, but bringing a new gameplay style, but keeping the core of the game, that's the stealth.
Lucia, do you know why you're here?
Bad luck, I guess.
GTA 6 is the new adventure of one of the biggest video game series ever. The game will once again be set in Vice City, a famous city of the series, but now it'll be set in modern days, even with a whole new part. I'd even say that Vice City we know will be just a small part of the whole game's map. Just like GTA 5, here we'll play with more than one protagonist. Now, it'll be Jason and Lucia, and it promises to be one of the greatest games ever. The game is being developed by Rockstar Games, and it's coming out in 2025. Unless they postpone it, let's hope not, and it'll be launched on Xbox Series XS and PlayStation 5.
Look who's back. The only way we're gonna get through this is by sticking together, being a team. Trust?
Trust.
My driving style, it's always been aggressive. I think it's gone from being all out, all risk. Now.
A new year, a new era, a new season. Welcome to... It's a great start for Hamilton.
F125 is finally the new game for the fans of Formula One. Leave your mark on the world of racing in F125, the official video game of the 2025 FIA Formula One World Championship, featuring a revamped My Team mode, the thrilling third chapter of Breaking Point, and more. It's being developed by the studio Codemasters, an EA game studio, and there's an official release date already. That's May 30th, 2025, and it's coming out to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows. Create your own F1 stories as you take control as the owner of a Formula One team. The new owner perks system allow you to specialize in your preferred areas of team management, then get behind the wheel of either of your two F1 drivers on race weekends.
She's going for it. Oh no! Her race is over. The rookie's showing the chap what he's made of here.
It is quick.
How was fun?
By copying them.
Focus on the bigger picture.
My memory's still a bit blurry. Remember this. Inside my head.
Satellite gives us a 10-minute window.
You made it. That's just leftover hardware. It's been decommissioned. What the hell is happening? All I know is that Silvercorp is a piece of my story.
Mindseye is a story-driven, action-adventure thriller set in a fictional near-future Americana, featuring best-in-class cinematics, high-octane driving, and explosive combat from legendary game director Leslie Benzies. This is a game that promises to be the game to be in the same level of GTA 6 in 2025, and yes, it's being developed by an old Rockstar game director. That's why the hype is real about it. The studio is built a Rocket Boy, and the game is coming out in June 10th. It's really close, and it'll be available on Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows.
What's going on in there? It was an ambush. Do what you can. Do not lose her. I'm coming to you now. The search and rescue box. They're malfunctioning.
Borderlands 4 is the next adventure of the beloved universe of Borderlands. The game is being developed by the studio Gearbox Software. This will be released on Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, PlayStation 5, and Microsoft Windows. The game got a release date already. That is September 23rd, 2025. You probably know the series already, but if you don't, it's a looter-shooter series set in a first-person camera with a unique and charismatic graphic style, and it's always been a success since the first game of the series. Phantom Blade Zero is an insane action RPG game. It's being developed by the Studio S game and is coming out to PlayStation 5 and Windows. The release date is still not confirmed, but they said that it's going to be revealed in 2025, so I believe it's coming out in 2026 or later. The game will be set in a kind of linear map, similar to Dark Souls, but no, it's not a Souls-like game, but action RPG with mechanics that resembles Souls-like games. In the game, we'll play with different weapons, facing different enemies and bosses, finding new items and equipments, and honestly, I'm really hyped about this game.
Although I swore to protect it, my mission is fulfilled. I will not rest until all traitors are silenced and our stolen kingdom returned.
Wuchang Fallen Feathers is a new Chinese action RPG game set in the Souls-like style. The studio developing the game is the studio Mindseye, and it's coming out in 2025 to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and Windows. And the game is also coming day one to Xbox Game Pass. The story is set in the land of Shu during the dark and tumultuous late Ming Dynasty, plagued with warring factions and a mysterious illness spawning monstrous creatures. The game got nice graphics and a gameplay that looks really good, especially for the fans of Souls-like games.
Wisdom and kindness. Take the easy times what shape us, nay. 'Tis how we rise.
Forgive me, daughter. 'Twere my only choice.
I shall be the bringer of salvation.
The Witcher 4 is the sequel of the acclaimed The Witcher 3, but now, different of the previous games, the protagonist won't be Geralt anymore, but Ciri, one of the most important characters of the third game. It's being developed by the studio CD Projekt Red, the same studio of Cyberpunk and The Witcher, and is probably coming out in 2027, with luck 2026, to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows. The new game will be totally made in Unreal Engine 5. That's one of the best engines of the moment, with impressive graphics and insane possibilities. So if you like huge and massive RPG games, this is surely one of these.
That world came into being. It devoured everything from the past. Only I was left. That was a fatal mistake.
It's the aura of the Grail pieces. I can sense it. As long as it is reforged.
Wish can be fulfilled.
Tides of Annihilation is a new action-adventure game. It's being developed by the studio Eclipse Glow Games, and is coming out to Xbox Series X and Series S, PlayStation 5, and Windows, but there's no release date yet, probably 2026 or even later. The game is set in a world that mixes reality with fantasy, with amazing realist graphics. Everything in the game looks really good, since the visuals, audio effects, combat, that's fast and fluid, with impressive visual effects, and mainly the boss fights, with some aspects of Souls-like game, what looks really nice.
This is a feast only for the king.
Price. To pursue one's wishes is to court one's doom.
Gwendolyn, this is...
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 Plus 4 is a remake of two beloved games of this series. And they'll not be just remakes. There will be new things too, like musics, stages, characters, and more. The game is being developed by the studio Iron Galaxy Studios, and is coming out to Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 4 and 5, Nintendo Switch 1 and 2, and Windows in July 11, 2025. Everything you loved is back, but revamped with more skaters, new parks, gnarlier tricks, eardrum-shattering music, plus a whole lot more. Still with an arcade gameplay style, a lot of tricks, many different challenges, and a lot of charisma. So if you like the experience of the classic games, this one shall be really interesting for you.
The tracks lead this way.
On me. Bloody hell.
Dying Light the Beast is a new action-adventure with horror game. If you know the series, you know what to expect, but it's a game set in a first-person style. You're in a place that's been struck by a zombie infestation. You must survive and fight them with all you've got, all types of weapons, vehicles, and more. The gameplay is really nice, with a fast movement style and insane parkour skills. The game is being developed by the studio Techland, and it's coming out in some moment in 2025 to PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One and Series XS, and Windows, and is a game that the fans of the first game should keep an eye out for.
Contact!
If you push too much, you might unleash the beast.
The Elden Scrolls 6 is finally the new adventure after Skyrim. But wait, this is still a long time to be released. It was announced with Starfield. So this is the game Bethesda is focused now. But when it's coming out, we don't know. But will probably be launched on Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows. The series is acclaimed for being an insane and massive RPG series with a lot of content and possibilities. So this is one of the most anticipated games ever.
Up you go. Sorry, kiddo. We've still got a ways to go.
Pragmata is a mysterious game. It's being developed by Capcom, a great video game studio, especially nowadays. It's coming out to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows. The game was supposed to be released in 2023, but it was postponed, and now we have no idea when it's coming out, and they haven't said or shown anything of the game since it was postponed. But the gameplay in the trailer looks really fun, especially for being so unique and mysterious.
All of the men in this room are bound by blood. This is a family. And in this family is to betray all. Do you wish to commit yourself, your life, to this family?
Mafia the Old Country is the fourth game of an acclaimed and beloved series. I mean, the third game is not that beloved, but there are some fans of it too. The game is being developed by the studio Hangar 13, the studio responsible for Mafia 3. As I said, it's not the most beloved game, but they also did Mafia 1 Remake. That's an excellent game, and now it'll be their new chance of creating a good story. The game will be released in 2025 to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and Windows. The game will be set before the other games, in the start of 20th century, and promises to be a game with a great storytelling like the first two games.
To become a man of honor, repeat these words.
My flesh has to burn like this saint. If I do not keep my oath.
Welcome, Enzo.
This is the video, guys. I really appreciate your presence here. Let me know if you liked it. Click on the like button and subscribe. Thank you so much, and I see you in the next video.